Report from the director of schools.
Yes, sir, I got one. I'd like to talk about facts for a few minutes because I feel like I got to defend the honor of Gallatin High School. Gallatin High School is not the bottom of Sumner County. It's not the bottom of the state. In fact, Gallatin High School students earned over $6.5 million in scholarships last year. 70% plus pursuing post-secondary options, a 96.5% graduation rate, 100% for English language learners, 92.3% for economically disadvantaged students, 95.7% for Black, Hispanic, Native American students. 11 career pathways, programs to support Sumner County with law enforcement and first responders, one of the first districts in the state to do that, or one of the first schools in the state to do that. A full slate of honors, advanced honors, dual enrollment, AP courses. Last year they were recognized as a level 5 TBOS school for growth. Gallatin High School does a lot of things well. I've been to a number of Gallatin High School graduations, games, different events. I feel something different on the sidelines and in the building than what was expressed here tonight as the norm for Gallatin High School. I would encourage you, before you make a judgment about the state of Gallatin High School, to spend some time. Like, one of my favorite graduations to go to is Gallatin High School, because you see kids from all over the country and world that come together, different ethnicities, different economic levels, everything. And they're fist-bumping coaches, they're talking to teachers, they're sharing their gratitude, and they're graduating from high school and they're going on to do great things. So, you know, I'm going to always be passionate about defending our schools. It's great to see our Beach High School mentioned here tonight. Another school that does a lot of great things, a lot of pride at Beach High School. I actually happened to be there when the first stadium was built, or the home side was built in the 1980s. My job was not to get Worshams to fundraise. My job was to go down there and at the time buy Cokes and cigarettes and bring them back up to the workers. It's an 8-year-old. But the pride is evident in each of our communities. I would point out that a lot of the houses referenced tonight aren't online yet. The reason that we built the Liberty Creek campus was to give us the capacity to capture growth over the next 10 years. Our student enrollment declined this year for the first time in a long time. I shared with you historic enrollment. If you'll look at that, you will see that a couple of years ago, around 2021, Gallatin High School was up almost to right at 1,792 students. At the end of September, they were at 1,684. Beach High School a couple years ago was at 1,687. Now they're at 1,476. Hendersonville High School is under 1,500. Station Camp is at 1,120. Portland High School now is bigger than Station Camp High School. We got plenty of room to catch development as it happens in the Gallatin area, but you don't want to rezone until it warrants it, and we're seeing that population decline. Now, the population in Gallatin is going to go back up again in a couple of years, but with interest rates at 7.5%, and with the cost of homes being what they are in Sumner County right now, we are seeing a slowing of school-age children moving into Sumner County. That's not going to be forever. When interest rates drop, it's going to pick back up again. House prices may drop a little bit, but those are the facts that are out there. School board is constitutionally elected to make decisions to allocate and spend the money in their budget that's approved. So encumbrances, just to clarify, are things that were purchased that are encumbered. They just haven't arrived and the PO hasn't been closed out yet. So some of those things are carryover, but those were all voted on and approved by the school board based on the budget that was approved by the county commission the previous year. Compensation plan will come to the school board in January for approval, and I'll be happy to come and share that over. We're going to do some short and long-term planning. Yes, we do by state law by 2026. We were supposed to, I don't know if it's state law or not. The governor said we need to be at 50,000 by 2026. We will, some schools have already, y'all are already feeling the pressure of Robertson County with raising the initial pay of sheriff's deputies. Robertson County also went to 50,000 for starting teachers. We're going to have to do the same thing probably for next year. That's about a $4,400 lift from where we are now. That's about $18 million. So yes, we have 15 plus million in reserve to move, but I think as we've talked about in this room and budget and everything else, you typically don't want to move reserve funds, non-recurring funds, to recover recurring expenses. We have to budget. I've talked to our legislative delegation, and they've assured me that more money will be coming to help offset the cost of some of these, some of the salary increases. Honestly, we're going to have to look at going higher than 50,000 for a starting teacher. If Macon County, Trousdale County, Smith County are all at 50, we're going to have to probably be closer to 55. We're going to have to lift the wages of our classified staff so that we stay competitive. Same pressure that y'all are feeling over here with all of our staff. We have great people. To keep them, we're going to have to be competitive with other industries. Again, I'm happy to answer any of the questions about growth or about the reserve funds. Just want to take a moment and explain some of the things I heard from public comments and to try to get some clarity, and I'm happy always to answer any questions.